See, I know you're already unhappy with this thumbnail.
I am miserable about this stuff now. Look how happy
What?
they are with their titles and going back to NXT where they're probably properly used and all that shit. I hate this.
Well, well, I know what you wanted, Marcus.
What do I want, Manny?
Yeah, you already said it was the wrong film, but I already know what you wanted.
Give
It
me
was
what I
this.
want!
It was
Give me
this,
what I
wasn't it?
want!
It was this. Look how
Yes!
happy he looks.
Look
Look how
at
happy he
him!
looks.
Give me what I want! He's gonna cut a heel promo right after. Give me what I want! Give me what I want! He wants the title! Give me what I want!
You wanted the dog. I know you wanted the dog.
He is the best character. If it's not the dog, the best two characters on NXT is Tien Shaw and this dog. And I can't wait for that match.
Well, we almost had a debut if we didn't pull the show yesterday.
Oh.
Weirdly, we haven't got the Queen, Charlotte Flair, ever as the thumbnail on this show.
Really?
Ever.
Wow, I've never even thought about that. Ever?
Debuting ever.
The greatest women's wrestler of all time who has no enemies
13-time
whatsoever.
world champion. Everyone hates her. I even risked a dislike from Chris.
Wow, the opportunity, Charlotte Flair.
Of course,
Wow.
Marcus, we could have had this. You know that's just easy.
I was expecting that yesterday. I was expecting her and Lily. And
Look at that! Look at holding our
close-ups.
logo, holding the logo.
Manny, I looked so beneath you. I thought it was going to be a close up of her breasts. That's how I thought this was going to be. I was going to be like, oh, it's Alexa Breast instead of Alexa Bliss this week.
Oh yeah, and I was also thinking, oh wait, someone else debuted on Raw this week, Lily.
Lily would have also been the greatest clickbait ever, but also one of the ugliest clickbaits of all time.
and then of course, the last one I was going to end on Raw was Witches Be Wildin.
Wow, wow. When he said that, I was like, what is he talking about? I miss Bray Wyatt, though. Like, when the whole Firefly Funhouse was nice. Also, Alexa from a different angle.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to get 20 Alexas in every different
Okay,
angle.
so bear in mind, I just made this one before we went live on it as I was talking to you.
Look at him!
But I did have some prepared for you.
Oh. Wow! That would have been great! That would have been perfect! Imagine the clickbait. There's Alexa over there. There's that dog right there. And then there's Frankie Monet.
Well,
who is basically the Karrion Kross to Scarlett Bordeaux's dog. Not to call her a bitch. I'm just saying, not to do it like that, but I mean, like, it steals the show. I was more distracted by the dog.
And then we also have the mic drop, which doesn't include the mic, but, you know.
The dog still steals it. The dog still steals it. Just give him the microphone. Let him say his piece. Let him challenge for the title. Raquel, I'm coming for you, nigga.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Check out Marcus head, man. He should. I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Coming in hot, Marcus.
We're coming in hot. Wow, the allegations.
Tomorrow or tonight on AEW.
Oh, no! No! Why? Why, God? Why? No one asked for this for the 20th time. Why?
So, it is 5 minutes into the show. I haven't done an intro. Welcome to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes, and I'm joined by
Marcus, the grand finale. Bang! Look at me flex. This is nothing but flabby arms. Just flabby arms. Just flexing in the wind. Unbelievable.
So we have a packed show today because we are including Raw today. Raw and NXT. This won't be the normal format. We will be going back to... At some point, we will end the Raw show for good.
Manny, for right now, as we wave the white flag and enjoy our days of peace without war in the wrestling community, this is the first day of the new era of the NXT list without AEW just lingering in the background or, together. They're not fucking with each other's lives. You don't have to worry about saying, hey.
You know what? I feel like NXT phoned it in, but we'll get into that this week later in the show. So Monday Night Raw kicks off with Riddle challenging Lashley, which Lashley refuses until Riddle annoys him enough into a match.
Yeah. He slammed his face at a scooter and he got the match. I mean, Riddle, you know what? I expect the game. I just lost my title. That means maybe they're going to elevate me, bro. Maybe life will get better for me, bro. I'm going out there and I'll fight Bobby Lashley, bro. I took the U.S. title from him, bro. And then he's like, fuck that. Lashley beat him up for like an hour. He started the show punching him. He didn't even let the entrance fans attack him. Started the match. I think Riddle landed like one V-trigger and then died in the ring.
Given this was a squash match, despite having an ad break,
Yes.
Riddle did have barely to none offense. None offense. He had none offense. I can speak today.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to say it right. He got barely to none. Barely to none. Not a now, not a bunch of offense today.
Is this him being written off TV or is this him getting punished? Because somewhere there is someone saying he got buried, and you know who you are.
The same guy that says Bray Wyatt has never got a chance, or Sasha Banks is 0-6 at WrestleMania. Why can't Sasha win at WrestleMania? They're burying Sasha Banks. Just sitting alone, worried about other people's life and money. Just shut up. Who cares? I don't feel like Riddle was buried or written off. I feel like this was to reaffirm Lashley being dominant. And, it does create that loose end that he did pin him at one point, and this is a new Lashley. This is them saying that we now believe in Lashley. He is our current champion. And you guys need to get on board. He is not just a transitional champion and going to drop it to Drew at WrestleMania Backlash. Which I fucking hate that they call that.
Okay,
what is the deal? Don't do that.
There's 3 changes that have happened on this show. WrestleMania Backlash, which just seems really dumb to call it that. Even though it basically is. Everyone knows that Backlash normally comes after WrestleMania and you normally get some...
Manny, I know you don't have it, but I want everybody to use their imagination and just imagine a WrestleMania logo right over my head and just see what I'm doing. We're milking the shit out of that. We're milking the shit out of WrestleMania today to make sure people watch WrestleMania Backlash. I hate the name. Even though we know what it is. Yes, Backlash is just a replay of basically the matches we get at WrestleMania. I have understood that. But don't tell me it's WrestleMania Backlash.
Well, the fun part about that is they've added the meme of the Backlash main event image from last year. Yes. Which is Bobby Lashley with Drew the champion, plus the WrestleMania match logo of Bobby Lashley champion with Drew, and then combine them together to get this month's main event. But the second change is they've made alterations to the Thunderdome, which I like. I like the new set.
It's a new Thunderdome. They have to
University of South Florida.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So it did I do like that the fans are around the stage and all that. Like it looked better.
And then the new Tom, I don't like him.
No,
he's trying, and it takes time, but it's not Tom Phillips.
This is day one. So I give him an A for effort.
It's just not the same.
Yeah, he brought it, but Tom Phillips and Samoa Joe was deeply missed. Like the Raw commentary team for me. As you sneeze, maybe bless you. I don't know if it's a cost. Also bless you, Manny. But oh, I think that the only thing the Raw commentating, whatever they're called, the team needed was just Tom Phillips and Samoa Joe, and get rid of Byron. Because on this episode, I feel like Corey Graves took role of play-by-play.
And that's never a good team thing.
Yeah. Corey was talking nonstop, and then you occasionally hear Anon, and then you get Byron tried. They had no chemistry whatsoever. The guy tried, but I feel like he would have been better if Corey wasn't there or Byron, and maybe if it was him and Samoa Joe. But maybe Samoa Joe's wrestling again, but I'll take that. But I'm just saying, I'll mix on him. Justice for Tom Phillips. Give me this Tom Phillips cut.
So Cedric and Shelton are in the ring, getting the jobber vibes.
Bullshit.
And they're facing off against the returning Viking Raiders. It doesn't really look good for Shelton and Cedric at the moment, does it?
No. And I believe Shelton put out a tweet talking about they keep treating them like shit or something like that. Forgot what he said, but this is bullshit. They've done nothing wrong but putting hard work throughout this entire pandemic era. And now they're getting this jobber treatment for no reason. Like this, like give them something. Like it's not like the New Day is fresh. Like you could have had the New Day get their ass beat, or anybody, any of their whack ass tag teams overall be in this position, or even put any jobbers in this position. This is stupid, and I was really upset about this. Although I did like the return of the Viking Warriors. I did miss them. It seemed like something the tag division was missing. But we get to what I believe was the biggest return after like 3 weeks. Is Charlotte Flair. She states she wasn't welcome at WrestleMania because she is a franchise player and it isn't her fault she wasn't at WrestleMania. It wasn't her fault Asuka needed a tag partner. Wasn't her fault. Her dad turned up on Legends Night and started acting the fool. It wasn't her fault Lacey Evans decided to get pregnant. Asuka also didn't respond to Charlotte's challenge on Raw. Calls Rhea Ripley the biggest snake in the locker room. She obviously forgot to mention Sasha Banks, but I allowed. Charlotte says Karma is a bitch, and she is that bitch. What is with the recurring theme recently amongst female promos that if you don't call yourself a bitch, it's not a real promo? Well, you have to be that bitch, okay? You have to be that bitch. I need Jade to fire back, Jade Cargill, and say, no, I'm already that bitch. And it's the battle of that bitch. Who gets to fight it? And they put the words, that bitch, over the ring, in a ladder, and a winner gets to call themselves that bitch.
That bitch.
Although, if I were to coin who was that bitch, I believe Charlotte Flair owns that because everybody hates Charlotte Flair. Jade Cargill, more people are indifferent to.
And then what she said, she called out everyone. She lists every woman, female competitor on WrestleMania and says no one compares to her. She doesn't steal opportunities. She is the opportunity. Which I feel like is the coldest line ever.
Yeah, like damn.
For all the fans that think she steals opportunities from your favorites, oh no. She creates opportunities. Chris. She isn't apologizing for being that damn good because everyone is going to bow down to your 13-time women's champion, which is followed by a mic drop.
Yep. That was a great promo. Shout out to Charlotte Flair for telling people as like it is. I know it probably... I bet you that rubbed a bunch of people the wrong way. I can just imagine someone going, ooh, ooh. I hate you. How dare you talk about Mandy Rose that way?
Well, it was. Do you know what? It was whiny, but there was so much truth behind it.
Yeah, there were facts. She is the main event and all that and everything she said. I thought somebody was gonna come out and interrupt her and be like, "Shut up, Charlotte, you damn fool! I'm Becky Lynch, the man. I run this town. I sell more merchandise than anyone, bitch." And then they fight, and I was like, "Did I really want that feud to start up again?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, probably, dude."
So we then get Rhea Ripley versus Asuka, which was actually a pretty good match for what it was. Before the match was interrupted by Matt Riddle. I mean, Charlotte. She definitely looked like Matt Riddle coming to the ring.
Bro.
When she took off her shoes and started beating up Asuka and Rhea Ripley, she definitely looked like Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle having a bad day. Bro, I lost my U.S. title. Bobby beat my ass. Bro, I just slapped the first person I saw, and it was Rhea Ripley and Asuka, bro. And you know what? I thought that it was the best thing I could have did. Like, you're going to jail, buddy. You're going to jail. Like, that's the start of every episode of Cops. It's some barefoot dude attacking some random woman or something. He's on meth, clearly. He's moved on from weed. He's progressed.
So,
beat their ass. They deserved it. That was a sloppy ass match, too.
I thought it was okay for what it was, but like, it wasn't good. Like, it wasn't brilliant, but like for a TV match for what it was serviceable because it led to what it was supposed to lead to.
Now was this before or after the Rhea promo?
I just skipped ahead of the Rhea promo because it wasn't really.
It was a bit trash. Weak. That was so trash. And it looked like she was just talking to I was like, what is this shit?
It was very weak.
It was just like, Rhea Ripley, and confidence is this. And she's like staring off into the distance, and I'm like, what is this shit? You're reading a script.
The thing is, as of today, the only champions that actually gave speeches that actually meant something, I feel like, was Raquel, because Bobby didn't even get a chance to say anything.
Wait, MVP did all his talking for him.
Yeah, but no.
That counts as Bobby's work. I always give MVP as Bobby's work. That's like taking away Heyman and Brock. Brock has never declared that he was a monster. That's all Heyman's talk.
So we get to Alexa's playground. Give that discerning look. Says,
but the way she's looking at that logo, though.
Yeah, no, we should be afraid. Stop using me for clickbait, bitches.
I'm warning you. You're gonna get some lights and stuff to fall out the ceiling. I don't care if you are walking outside. That shit will hit you. Although I think that if I were to die and it were to I get someone knocks on my door and open the door and it's Alexa Bliss and I'm like, hey, oh my God, it's Alexa Bliss, and then she shoots a fireball at my eye. I feel like, yeah, that's a good way to tell people I wear blind. Hey, Marcus, you're blind? Yeah. Why? Some white girl just shot a fireball at my eyes. Never saw it again. But it is the highlight of my life. That's the story I'm going to tell ever.
So Alexa says, once upon a time, there was a little girl who was lost until she was rescued by the darkness. The darkness protected her. The darkness nourished her until it was gone. Where the little girl realized...
Sounds like my father.
Where the little girl realized she may have never needed the darkness after all. Marcus, is this story written about you? Are you the little girl?
Some names and faces may have been changed, but this is my life story.
She realized she could do everything on her own, and she realized that was the darkness helping her. She realized that was the darkness helping her, or standing in her way.
Yeah.
Why else would she use what she was taught to do to destroy the darkness? Questions if the female of the species is the deadliest. Along the way, she unlocked something truly evil. Her new friend. Her new friend, Lily. and their fun is just about to get started. Ladies and gentlemen, that was story time with Manny.
Yep. And there's Lily, and I honestly hope they sell the shit out of some Lily dolls. That's
I'm
all
gonna
I
buy
want
that.
from this.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna buy that. That will scare me in the middle of the night.
I would buy the shit out of that. Looks like Natty. That's fucked up. But no, but I'm just saying, the Lily doll, I can just see Vince McMahon going, he's smelling it. I smell money. You sell the shit out of that Lily doll. There's nothing else to come from it.
I'm jumping a bit far ahead to the Firefly Funhouse. What is Sister Abigail the Witch? Oh, Abby the Witch.
Abby the Witch.
Is wilding out, flowing all kinds of cuss words.
Yep.
Leading to Bray to hit this line. Witches be wildin'.
Which, it worked. I enjoyed the Funhouse. I enjoyed both segments, to be honest. But I still don't know where this is going. Are we going to get Alexa versus Bray?
Did you see the interesting things that how she sat on the top of that what do you call it, Jack in the Box, similar to the way Aleister Black crosses his legs.
Yeah, but I don't believe any of that. That would be nice, but how else would she sit? Could you imagine her sitting any other way on top of that box?
Yeah, with her balls up.
There was no chair. There was no chair or anything. She could only sit indented style. I think that's what the correct way to say it.
Oh, you can't say
crisscross applesauce, I think it is now.
Where did the applesauce come from? Because I don't understand when people refer to it as that.
I don't know.
Is that to loosen the joints?
I don't know. I just think it's just more America whitewashing their own shame, as which they tried to exterminate the Native Americans.
So we get to Miz TV. It looked like they were promoting some early dissension between the Miz and Morrison, as Morrison clearly had no idea what was going on. But they brought on Maurice to promote Miz and Mrs. again.
And her skincare product.
Yeah. And then the Miz takes credit for Bad Bunny. Priest comes up to state he wouldn't even take credit for what Bad Bunny has accomplished. And the Miz states Priest is the forgotten man in terms of WrestleMania moments.
Yeah.
And they had a match, which was Miz and Morrison versus Damian Priest. The Miz gets a cheap win with the aid of Maurice. But the thing I don't understand about Miz and Maurice's relationship. Every time they're on TV together on a wrestling show, it looks like Maurice is looking for a way out. Every time. It looks. Do you know how like when Donald Trump was pictured with his wife Melania? Yeah. Where she always looked like she's ready to dip, or someone please kidnap me.
Yeah, either she's embarrassed to be there, or he's forcing me to be on TV today. Whatever the case, that's what I was getting from this. I really thought today was the day they just turned on John Morrison. Didn't need anything more than that, other than John Morrison just being out the loop, and then next thing you know, Maurice with the low blow, and they hit him in the back with the chair. And I thought that was coming, but no, I get Miz in his underwear, and Damian Priest taking a pin to these guys, and I was like, why are we getting this? And then I was like, the abusive wife coming home to Monday Night Raw. Because I was like, to me, Raw started off okay with the whole Riddle thing and the Viking Raiders return, but then, you had the Charlotte and Asuka, and I was like, Raw isn't that bad this week. This does feel like a decent Raw after Mania, but you know what? Nope. Raw went Raw when you got the same bullshit and just tons of it. Just a garbage truck full of bullshit.
Well, you got to remember one thing, Marcus. Last year's Raw after Mania, we got what?
You're a ventriloquist.
Oh, a Vice Frozen.
You're Frozen, and you are talking Frozen. But continue your ventriloquist act.
I'm throwing my voice. Actually, I'm very far away.
Wow! Whoa! Where'd that come from?
Oh, it's
anywhere. Whoa, that was a good move.
So, remember last year, what was heavily promoted on the Raw after Love Rates of WrestleMania last year? Something incredible happened at the end of WrestleMania last year on the Raw the Raw after WrestleMania. What did we get? Big Show versus Drew McIntyre.
In a match.
If you're in comparison to that,
match.
Yeah, in comparison to that, this is an A-star show because I also believe this may have been the night we got was it 3 matches or 4 matches? Where it was Montez versus Andrade, which turned into Montez and Dawkins versus the other two, Garza and Andrade, which also led to.
Yep, that was after that with Bianca versus Selena, which led to a intergender mixed tag match of Selena and Andrade and Garza versus the Street Profits with Bianca Belair. Wow.
So
great booking moments in Raw history.
Yeah, so I still believe this is probably the better of the two. However, it did take an even further dip, where the bottom of the barrel took on Nia Jaxson, Shayna Baszler. So earlier in the night, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler re-watching Mandy Rose fall over. Did you know that match was scheduled for 2 falls? But now they're using Nia for comedic relief, like which is funny, but I don't know. It's not that funny.
No, this is terrible. One, where is Reggie? Where the fuck is Reggie going?
Apparently he's injured. So how do I know this?
Thing in the women's division.
How do I know this?
Do you know would have mentioned him in her promo.
I don't understand French. So, but do you know the NXT UK female wrestler called Amal?
I'm going to say
Marley.
yes, but let's say yes.
I think she said something in French along the lines of "Where is Reggie?" and then tagged Reggie, and he replied with a word which implied he was injured, meaning he couldn't do his flips and shit.
Does he have to?
Which I also learned Reggie was also part of Cirque du Soleil, which means he's agile as fuck.
Yep. You can tell, you see it. It's the Christmas of everything he does. It's just like, that was smooth. He could do that at least 4 times a day at Cirque du Soleil. I hate this, Manny. I was so pissed about this.
Do you know what's worse?
This is so stupid.
As you're the biggest Tamina fan that I know, it could be Wes, but Wes is lying because he will not invest in that t-shirt.
He hasn't bought the shirt. I would have bought the shirt 10 times over.
Which is a bet that's gone on. It's a year now that he hasn't paid on that bet. They're going to put the titles on the bottom of the barrel.
They're not. They can't.
They will.
No, they can't.
Even after Tommy Dreamer put his neck out on the line for Tamina over on social media.
What did he say?
He was like, Tamina was so over that night or something. It's on Twitter. I can't remember it word for word, but he was like, if you listen to your audience, Tamina is the leader of your audience or something along those lines.
Oh shit!
It's not even allegedly. That's what Tommy Dreamer said. The words I'm saying are incorrect, but if you mush them all together and put them in a blender, it will eventually be what Tommy Dreamer said.
I heard there were big Tamina chants though at Mania about when Tamina was in there. But here's the thing, Manny, and I'm going to cut to the chase right here. They can't win the titles because they don't want to win the titles after this match. They clearly just walked away in the middle of this match. Just like Nia slipped. They had the joke of Nia slipping all through the match. Whatever. She did the one, then she slipped it. And then when she slipped the second time, it was just like, Brooke was like, we're not going back in that room. We got everything we need. And Byron Saxon's like, who cares about winning when you just got embarrassed Nia Jax? I'm like, what is this? This is terrible. I hated that so much.
Well, they also lost the match. They got counted out.
Yeah, that was so stupid. There's so many other ways you can at least do this. But it was terrible. It was trash, and I hate them. And if I get this match one more time, I'm going to grab a gun, which is easy to do in America, and I'm going to shoot my TV 7 times.
7 times.
7.
2 in the chest.
1 in the head. Just to make sure.
So we get the Lashley championship address. MVP states it's over. They watch Drew pass out at WrestleMania. Drew comes out and says WrestleMania was going to be about Claymore, Hurt Lock, and whoever makes the first mistake. And he made the first mistake by letting MVP distract him. Braun Strowman comes out, tells Drew he goes at the back of the line because he lost.
Yeah, you lost. You loser. Good day. Good day, sir.
And Randy Orton says he has all the time in the world to be WWE champion again because he is done with The Fiend and Alexa Bliss.
Also, fallout from the slide, Randy Orton in his opening match at night 2 was making fun of Mandy Rose and her fall down, and I think he got fined $20,000 or some shit. Or something like that.
He got fined for laughing at her.
Yeah, he got fined for mocking her at WrestleMania before his Bray Wyatt match in his white trunks.
I want to know how much that fine was because I would be willing to contribute to that fine. Probably was well deserved.
It might be $20,000. It might be $20,000.
That's pocket change for Randy.
Yeah, that's what I don't give a fuck. I'll leg slap a bitch. I don't care.
Which is also funny that is also an actual sign, which I thought was a joke.
No, I don't think I think it's now just a joke that they put around now. Because too many people are still leg slapping. It's not a bad thing. If they're really fighting people, clearly that fine is not worth anything. It's like $5. It's like a swear jar.
So Pierce comes out and states that a triple threat match, which puts them all in a triple threat match, and the winner goes into WrestleMania Backlash to challenge Bobby.
Just get a triple threat match the night after a triple threat match. Stop giving me a triple threat match. That is the answer to everything.
So the match was a pretty nice way to end a pretty eventful episode of Monday Night Raw. Drew did steal a win from Randy with a low Claymore to break the count and then steal the victory. And then, yes, I have skipped the match, Marcus, but I'm not talking about it. I refuse.
Hold on, I want to talk about the low Claymore, potential Claymore to the shins right there. And that would have fucked somebody's shins up if he really went for it. Just saying, your shins would have exploded. You would have had your quad would have been torn like Kevin Nash. Just low Claymore seems like it's more dangerous. It's career threatening.
And then Drew is taken down by Mace and T-Bar. Are they mercenaries or are they in the Hurt business? Who knows? But I will turn on MVP if he brings Mace into the Hurt business. He will devalue the Hurt business. It will make it the broke business.
That's a bad investment right there. But I'm okay if Mace goes by D.L. Matton again. And if we can get the resurrection of Dominic Dijakovic, who goes, I'm a man, damn it, not a T-Bar. I'm a man with a name, and they took it away. I am Dijakovic once again. I would be happy with that. But these are the two people I weren't expecting to come in at the end of Raw. I was expecting at least a million other guys. Honestly, on my list of people who I thought were going to return tonight, it wasn't Retribution. I thought that was done. Like, if you gave me Aleister Black or Keith Lee or
I was expecting
Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I was expecting Keith Lee of all people tonight.
Yeah, anything around that line, I would be like, okay, but the return of Retribution just didn't seem like it. And Manny, the match you skipped, was it the New Day versus the Elias and Ryker?
Yeah, it was terrible.
How about that Raw Tag Team division, huh? You got Ryker and Elias and New Day and the declining Hurt Business, the Viking Raiders, Omos and AJ Styles, who inexplicably was left off the show.
You know
I really wanted to see Omos today.
You know what, Marcus? I may be putting the New Day currently, as it was, with Elias and Ryker as the bottom of the barrel of the men's division on Raw.
There is no men's division.
How many people cared about Raw this week? Nobody.
Damn it.
Nobody.
Manny, this goes with the song. We gotta do it again. We did it last episode. Ooh, baby, I hate it.
I hate it raw. Oh, baby, I hate it raw. Shimmy, shimmy, yo, shimmy, yo, shimmy, yeah.
Give me the mic so I have something to say. Raw was terrible. It was stupid. I don't know. I couldn't rhyme it with the other words I want to use. But it was
we need,
terrible.
you know what? We do need to record that.
Yeah.
A good version of that where we're both synced up.
Just play it. Ooh, baby, I hate it raw. Ooh, baby, I hate it raw. Raw is just the bastard child of the company. As good as SmackDown could be, as good as NXT, NXT UK, 205 Live with the Mansoor run, Raw just can't get right. No matter what it does, no matter who they showcase, it just doesn't get right. Ever. It's just like, just disappointment. And you know what? This wasn't even the worst Raw. I can imagine next week being worse than this.
Oh, I'm still waiting for the proper Alexa explanation and everything because it's not going to make sense either way.
No. We're not going to get a, wow, that's what they planned this all along. No. It just seemed like the one thing that came from Raw, and I said, I enjoyed the Charlotte promo. The other thing I enjoyed for Raw, Manny, was that Randy Orton is no longer in the sci-fi division. He has moved back into wrestling. And I think that's where he belongs.
No, I wanted him continuing fighting with Alexa Bliss because it was it's the funniest thing ever. Alexa Bliss is so high up on the card.
It ran its course. I feel like after Mania they jumped the shark, and I never want to see any of that again.
Before we move on to NXT, did you catch the Broken Skull sessions with Chris Jericho?
I did. All 2 hours and 7 minutes of it.
Yeah, skipping the AEW talk. Well, we can bring that up tomorrow when we inevitably talk about AEW. He mentioned why he left WWE, where he had that match with KO, and it was supposed to be a main event, and then it got bumped to the second match of the card, even though it had the best story going into WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And then he realized he is just where that's going to be his spot now from where going forward in the company. He's going to be low end of the card.
Do you think WrestleMania?
Yeah. Do you think Randy cares in that same kind of sense that
Randy
him and
seems
Bray
like
would have? Randy was a curtain jerker essentially for WrestleMania at night 2.
No, night 2 for Randy Orton, if you think about it, the first match of WrestleMania, they consider it to be an important match because you have Drew and Lashley kicking off night 1, which was one of the bigger matches on the card. And then night 2, I believe that's considered a good spot. Because even Jericho was like, just put us on at 1. No one wants to be number 2. Number 2 is terrible. It's a terrible spot. Because number 1 gets the party off, right? And then 2, after all this stuff, most people just go to the bathroom anyway. 2 is a terrible spot to be in. So, I'm sure Randy is still in good graces. But honestly, if Randy did fall into that number 2 match spot, I don't think he'd care. He'd just go do his job. And he's a mercenary.
Let's move into NXT. I didn't even take notes for this promo. Karrion Kross opens up NXT with a promo, and I wasn't sold.
I thought it was a good promo. He was like,
Don't make me get Karrion Kross's greatest hits out again, Marcus. Greatest hits.
Oh.
Greatest hits.
That's my favorite Kross match right there.
This is the best Karrion Kross match ever.
I thought it was a solid promo. I thought Scarlett's reaction was ridiculous on the sideline, which made me laugh. I was like, what is her mannerisms right now? Like it's like like he'll say something, but I thought it was a good promo. Not great, but it was solid. You know, it was a good start to like this is the champ. We're in his era now, guys.
So
Manny,
me and Eric don't enjoy it. Wild take, Eric, the hater.
Wild take.
Dun, 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 dun. You make my heart break. MSK versus Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. MSK pick up the win, but the real story here is Killian Dane is taken out by Imperium minus Walter, and we have a promo package later on in the night that Walter's gonna expand Imperium.
My favorite thing about this takeout is that they added the footage from tonight into the new package. I was like, they made that shit on the fly. Well, just like add this shit in there. No, it was like they only attacked Killian Dane. You know what this video we have missing? What? Attack on Killian Dane. You right. We did that tonight.
It's like they just left a spot. It's like, we're going to put it right here.
Leave the spot blank. All right? And then the attack of Killian Dane right here. Who do you have for the expanded edition of Imperium?
Killian Dane.
Okay. Anybody else? That's it?
Killian Dane, they may add a woman.
Oh.
And they may add a woman. But I still want them to take Thatcher.
Thatcher was just sitting next to Ciampa. I was like, what are you sitting next to him for? He's a loser.
He seemed way too happy, especially when Ciampa walked off as well, to say they were off the gold.
Yeah. We're coming for you, MSK. And I'm like, go ahead, try.
So your boy Swerve claims to be a star despite falling short in the gauntlet match, but sends out a message to Leon Ruff. Look into my eyes, because I ain't playing. I'm so serious.
By the way, in the background was the one girl whose name we do not know, who we have just known as Cameo with the red streak, just hanging out in the studio with Swerve.
Oh, was she in the back?
Yeah, she was just chilling there, yeah. I feel like there should have been more smoke in his studio. Just people smoking weed. Because it seemed like he was high as fuck just cutting this promo.
So,
we were just chilling with the homies. And let me tell you about Leon Ruff. Fuck him. Fuck him, man.
Could you imagine being so angry at Leon Ruff that you need to stop what you're doing in a music studio to cut a promo on him?
Yeah. If I was the guy in the booth, hey, man. Hey, are we working? Why can't we be friends? Who are you looking at? Who are you talking to right now?
I'm working on this hot fire. Why are you spitting hot fire on a video?
Hey, Swerve. What did that sound like? What did that sound? I wasn't listening. I was cutting the promo on Leon Ruff. Who? Fuck. Who? Leon. The dude that owed me $20? The dude that owed me $20? He might. I don't know. Leon Ruff? Man, that's a made-up name, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. Leon Ruff.
Is he a Rough Rider?
Yeah. You know, DMX died. Damn, I feel sad. Like, you put me in a bad place. Like, the dude start crying. I can't rap no more.
So we get Kushida versus Legado del Fantasma. I mean, Santos Escobar. Why did I write Legado del Fantasma?
He fought them all. In his new tights.
Escobar gives an open challenge, which is answered by Kushida, who looks like some generic guy made in a WWE 2K creation game. In a good TV match, the title changes hands in a quick roll-up. Escobar is furious, which Kushida is congratulated in the back by the man that's head is too big for his body, Jordan Devlin, and states that he will be back to get that title.
You're lucky, Kushida. You lucky. You lucky my flight plans got in the way. I had travel. Because I would have won that title. But I had to go. I got a plane to catch. Why aren't you gone yet? Why did you make this taping?
Well, the other thing is, if you were balling, like he was claiming he was a champion, you could miss that flight and book another one.
Yeah, you could have had this match, but nope. Strict to the plans. I'm only here to pick up a check for Regal because I don't want him mailing it to me because I know I will never get it. Because, I just feel like he had no reason to be here to say that. Why are you saying this? You're here. You're here right now and telling me this. As Kushida basically clutched onto his title as if it's the last thing he will ever win. Were you shocked about this? Are you happy with it or upset? Or how do you feel about that?
I feel like it was too much too soon. Like we just had the unification of the title, only for him to lose it. Just didn't make sense to lose it that quickly. Like you could have had a program between the two, unless someone's fighting injured or something. You could have had a program. I feel like they've wasted like a moment where it could have been a really good takeover kind of build to Kushida versus Escobar, which you could probably still do, but like it just doesn't make sense to win the title on a fluke.
Now it's reversed. Now it's like Kushida going after it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not Kushida.
Escobar
going after him, but I feel like I don't want to watch Escobar on the chase. I want to watch it the other way around.
Yeah, he was better at holding the title.
But I was shocked about this pinfall. I went, oh, whoa. It was a nice.
I wasn't expecting
good match.
I wasn't expecting it to be a title change to happen on this night. I honestly thought there'd be some more shenanigans keeping him for him to hold on to the title, but obviously not.
No. Triple H's like, nah, we don't have a title change tonight. What? Word.
We're going big in Japan.
NXT Japan, starting with Kushida and Shinsuke Nakamura and, a bunch of other people, I guess.
And then we get Dakota Kai introducing Raquel Gonzalez, who comes out to a Goldberg-like pyro entrance.
Yes, that is a championship entrance. That's a new crowding right there. They made Kross look like shit this week. The way they presented Raquel. Raquel is my new NXT champion.
Raquel thanks Dakota Kai for helping her get where she needed to be, and states that Raquel Gonzalez era has begun. She's interrupted
by her accent of her name.
I couldn't do it. Especially, I didn't even write what happened next properly. She was interrupted by Frankie Monet.
And the dog was there. Oh my god, he was.
Do you know what? When doing research, there was actually a name for the dog which I forgot to write down.
Nope.
It has its own Instagram account and its own Twitter account.
Follow, like, maybe join the damn dog OnlyFans. I don't care. That dog's amazing. Smiling, well trained. Such a good boy.
She says the best division on the planet just got shinier. That's Tegan Knox's line. Bougier.
Oh.
And Raquel will be seeing a whole lot more of her on Tuesdays. Raquel said if she interrupts her again, she will shove her dog up her ass.
That is graphic.
It sounds more graphic because I said it the way I would say it.
You said it very aggressive.
Whereas she said culo.
Yeah.
She said culo. And I was just not ready to type a lot of Spanish. Because I would spell it wrong, and then I wouldn't remember what I wrote.
It's like, what is this, Coolio? What are we talking about here? Gangster's Paradise? Oh no, that would be some gangster ass shit to shove a dog up somebody's ass. I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like
that dog will come back mean.
that
dog would come back and you look at it like that dog has literally seen some shit.
The damn dire wolf now. He's just giant now.
So we've got some fools. And then Rhea Ripley returns, followed by Bianca Belair. They point to a very old picture of them. It didn't seem that old, but the only person that looked really different in it was Raquel.
Yeah. Like, these are the days. Look at us now. Look at us
now. This is the future.
This is the money right here. Fuck your horsewomen. All right, who you taking, Manny? These three or the 4 horsewomen?
These 3.
And then
they're
who
stronger.
Would be their 4? Yeah. They're stronger.
I'd take a dweeby Dakota Kai.
You're gonna add Dakota in there as I'm assuming the Bailey of the group, right? Would Dakota be Bailey?
Yeah. But I'm not happy with this image. You know why? Because they still haven't put Bianca Belair's plates on there.
Oh, yeah,
it still says boss time on there. And look at the belt strap in comparison to Rhea's and Raquel's. That is a child's belt. Sasha Banks is so slender.
Yeah, that is all for Sasha. That is clearly just Sasha's belt. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this?
This is a child. That is a belt made for a child.
Yeah. That's one of those plastic belts. I didn't look at it that way. But it was a shocking moment to see all these champions together. Although,
it was a nice
merge them all! It was too nice. I wanted to merge them all and to fight to the death. I don't need everybody hugging and stuff. Last time I saw Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez, they put Dakota Kai in a locker and she tried to punch her with a gate. They should be hugging it out on TV.
So I did leave out a match. Mercedes Martinez beat up Jessica Mayo because she wanted her money from Robert Stone. She gets her money and then calls out Raquel Gonzalez. Just so you know, expect a door knock because Mercedes Martinez is coming for you.
Yes, the collector, the real collector. Fucking just club it up. Like, I would have paid all my debts if Mercedes Martinez came at me like this. Like, fuck, she's crazy. She wilding out back there. She's just going crazy. And I'm going to tell you this right now. That was my favorite segment of all of NXT. It was just the quest of Mercedes Martinez going from I want my damn money from Robert Stone to having a match with Jessica Mayo, who randomly steps up, was like, I'll fight you, and then whooping her up, then going to get her money, then I believe showing up in the back and confronting
Zoe Stark, calling her a rookie.
Like,
calling her a rookie.
You're a rookie. I got my money. I don't know. Like, Mercedes was terrorizing that locker room last night, and nobody was doing a damn thing about it. And Will Regal needs to step in. She's out of control. She may go after somebody next.
William Regal was busy with Roderick Strong, who resigned from NXT with his wife, Marina Shafir.
Yeah, he did not have to come in on today. He could have, just resigned.
He could have mailed that. You don't have to hand in your resignation anymore.
He was. He came in with his wife. Thought his wife was going to turn it for him.
I'm sure it's 2021. You don't even have to resign properly. You just have to send a tweet or something.
He didn't even give a 2 weeks notice, I mean, he kind of quit on air already. If I'm Regal was like, what are you doing in here with this? Just leave. So what do you think they're going with Roderick Strong? Do you think he end up in the main roster somewhere, or?
Yeah, I think he's job bound for main roster.
Him and Drew Gulak. Can't wait to see that. Maybe on SmackDown.
Well, there's no place. There's no place for him on NXT anymore now that they got Eli Drake.
You mean L.A. Knight?
I'm so bored.
He's the greatest. Yeah. Let me talk to you for a minute, Manny.
So we do get Leon Ruff versus Swerve Scott. They actually had a decent little match. The Swerve got a new knockout because given how much it failed at TakeOver.
Yeah, I mean, it was multiple they did on TakeOver. Like, why can't I win with this? Because Swerve doesn't hurt. It doesn't. You gotta win. And he whooped Leon Ruff's ass, basically.
Well, we know what you. First of all, we know what you think about this match. It's probably a 5-star match in your mind. But the real thing I want you
hold on.
The real thing I want you to speak on.
7.5 stars.
The real thing I want you to speak on is Leon Ruff getting his heat backstage.
Yeah, he was pissed. I don't even know. Like, I thought this was the end of it. I was like, oh, that's it. And then they went to interview Swerve, and Swerve was like, Swerve knew he was gonna win and all this. And Swerve talking this shit, and Leon's like, fuck you. All right, I don't care if you beat me clean in the ring. Fuck you. All right, it ain't over until Leon Ruff's done it's over. And then that's when Swerve realized I was fighting the wrong dude. This dude does not know how to hit. Like, this should be over. This is the end. I beat you in the ring clean. You know, we got the 1, 2, 3. I was gonna cut my promos, my ascension to the top of the card, but no. I got somebody that just doesn't walk away. He just latches on. He's a crack addict who's addicted to me now. He wants to fight.
The thing I had a problem with for this was it's not even the problem with Swerve. Lil Ruff looked stronger backstage throwing him into stuff than he did in the ring.
Yeah. So what you said is inconsistent Leon Ruff. Well, he was angry and he was fueled. You know, that adrenaline got to his anger. He was like, I just got it.
Hold on. So you wouldn't be fueled already. He threw pube money at me.
That happened to Leon Ruff a lot.
You think that happened to him a lot?
But beating him? That hurts his pride, Manny. That hurts his pride. And he probably collected that money. His pride hurt that day. He took that money. He picked up that money. Bought himself something nice. Made himself feel good about himself. And then tonight he just lost and he didn't get that money. And he was like, shit, I wanted that money so I would continue to live like that in the pay window. And you took that away from me, Swerve. I may never go to the pay window again, so I had to take him out. Honestly, if this wasn't on TV, there would have been a murder this night. And I feel like Leon Ruff would have shot Swerve's guy.
I don't think Leon Ruff can even pick up a gun. He's that weak.
I'm like, he'd shoot it, and it'd be like the noisy cricket from Men in Black. Oh, but where are we going with this? We're like, I'm assuming a no holds bar match, a exploding barbed wire death match.
I'm telling you now, if I don't get a Swerve Scott diss track on Leon Ruff, I feel like it's failed.
Gotta call out.
Oh, and Marcus, I've got a new game. Do you want to play it?
Ooh. Do I?
It's called Quiz.
That's not clever at all. It's a pub quiz and you put it maybe like a game. You're the worst teacher ever. You set us up for failure.
I've got 4 wrestlers here.
Okay.
Steve Austin, Goldberg, Sting, and Edge. Who do you got?
And this is a match, or is this like?
No, just pick one.
Are they in their primes?
It's 4 cards right here.
I'm going Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay, now pick a number between 1 and 5.
4.
In which year was Stone Cold Steve Austin inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame?
2013.
Wrong. 2009.
Ah! I'll set up, yo.
And expect many more of those because I have many more cards.
What the hell, man? What the hell?
Never a dull moment on the Untitled Mania Marcus show. Never a dull moment.
Impromptu games? You at least gotta get an impromptu game show graphic. It was like, oh no, where am I? Marcus, you're in a game show. You're in a game show. Okay.
Oh wait, I do have one of those. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so
Manny's audition for Jeopardy. I have a question. We're completely off topic. Jeopardy. You guys get that in the UK?
Is that the game where you get the answer and then you answer with the question?
Yeah. So if it's like, what is the greatest wrestling podcast in the history of YouTube and all that, and if you don't say like the Sharpshooters Channel or the Untitled Mania Market Show, you are incorrect. But you gotta say what is the Untitled Mania Market Show every Wednesday and Thursday, or every Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah.
No, we never got that, but we know of it. But like mostly from TV shows, because it's always those types of game shows are always referenced in other TV shows.
Okay, so this is Jeopardy. So yeah, so your audition to be the new Alex Trebek. That's the new story. Who's good?
Expect many more of those. But next time I won't give you a choice. I'm just gonna pick. And there's a wild card in here, Marcus. Ooh. There's a Peyton Roy. There's a Pepe hidden in here.
Oh no! Please don't show me your Pepe.
So we get to Ember Moon, Shotzi Blackheart, Dexter Lumis, Bronson Reed versus The Way.
I'm shocked about this match for the reason that Shotzi showed up for this.
I was shocked, but then I also was surprised with the amount of male on women and women on male spots.
Yes. Like, this whole match was like, oh, okay, they're really going for it. Like, you got Candice diving at DDT and Loomis, and you got
Well, first of all, you've also got Candice thinking she can take down Loomis with a
yeah, that was funny.
with a tackle. I was like, what are you doing?
No, you talking about that spot? I was talking about the Candice on top rope jumping at Bronson Reed.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. You had the entire commentating team going, don't do it, Candice, don't do it. And then she does it, and it's like, oh. My favorite spot.
It does make sense because they should have beef from that time Bronson Reed dropped her from the ladder with Johnny.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Also, we got the greatest Shotzi dive of all time. Shotzi's good at diving when someone else is throwing her.
Yeah, well, that she didn't almost die in that spot.
Yeah, in a spot where he Ross was like, "I'm just gonna throw you over here," and it was like, "Oh, this went completely right." So they actually caught her. I feel like they made double the effort. It's like, all right, guys, Shotzi may die here. We can't have that.
Well, I kind of want to see a Shotzi dive at the same time as a Ray Phoenix dive,
Yeah.
and see who could make the most contact, who could miss the mark the most. Should I say?
They're gonna hurt themselves just for our entertainment. But,
you know what? I quite like this new background.
It is nice. It is nice. Has nothing to do with NXT. I believe that may be either WrestleMania or Saudi Arabia. Probably
No, this is Saudi Arabia.
Woo! Yep, that's a lot more pyro. And you also see the oppression. Listen, that should be the Raw background.
What, this one?
Yeah, we put the Raw logo with that with all the red. I know we're doing a show meeting live on air, but we don't care. It's our show. Waka waka.
Well, it is technically the end of the show because we are at the main event, and I enjoyed the main event for what it was. Indy Hartwell pretended to be dead, so Dexter Lumis would take her away. I think I think this is a Me Too moment, very much happening on ATV.
He's clearly a Cosby. He's clearly a Cosby. Likes his women unconscious. But she got her man, and that's all she was going for. The look she gave Candice when she was like, when they broke it up, I was like, no,
when she first did it. And Candice shoved her away like, no, don't you dare.
Don't you dare. That man will impregnate you and ruin your life. And I'm pretty sure next week, Indy Hartwell will announce that she is pregnant with Dexter Lewis's evil love child.
Which is so weird because when you see, it's so weird to see Candice and Johnny play bad guys because they do it so well. But like when you see them like in general, they just seem like the nicest people around. And
it's great.
I'm gonna make Candice LeRae will be my child's godmother.
I feel like Candice LeRae would be that godmother that showers your kids with gifts, spoils the hell out of them. But the price is she talks gossip to the entire town about you, your kid, and be like, you know what, that kid can't read. You know, that's a damn shame. He's a fucking idiot. The Manny husband, drunk all the time, never helps the kid with the homework. What a piece of shit.
I nearly got
YouTube the other day.
I
talking shit.
Went to get some drink earlier.
Oh.
And I thought I was getting some Coke Zero. But the last thing remaining in here, which I forgot, was this. And I nearly drank this in the middle of the day. And I was like, I'm still working. This isn't a good idea.
Day drinking Manny.
It didn't happen. But then I've still yet to put these back from the drinking show. We got this. I never even got around to this.
Oh God. Flashbacks of horrible things.
But like, I feel like I came out the best out of all three of us.
Yeah. You won. I feel like I poured my shots too hard. I really.
What do you mean you poured your shots too hard? I was drinking from this.
Well, no, I ran out of beer and I started to just drink shots. That's what was going on in the match. I remember that much. I was like, what the hell went on? Why did I go off the rails? Oh, the chair shots. Pour the shot. There was this. Pour the shot. Because I had nothing to drink other than that. Because I only had the 4 Steve Austin beer. If I just stuck with the Austin beers, I would have been okay. Because I was fine. It was the shots that killed me.
Well, you know, technically, the chair shot rule was your fault.
Yeah. What can I say?
I believe your words was, I feel like we should take a shot. You didn't say what off. You said, I feel like we should take a shot every time there's a chair shot. I was like, that's not going to be a good idea.
It wasn't. And you know what? I'm self-destructive, and I got to figure out what is wrong with me. You know?
Do you know what? As I went to lie down that night, I did think to myself, why the fuck did we do this?
No, I don't know. It wasn't worth it. I think we got, like 12 people to watch it?
No. 40?
Oh, no, that was the prelude that got the lowered. NXT prelude, which, makes the most sense.
So, I'm surprised our WrestleMania views got over 100.
Yeah, I don't know.
The podcast got 28 views. Currently on 28 views.
Wow, that was really smoking.
We tried so hard on that one. And then 46 views for the actual drink along, but 71 views for the one when we were stone cold sober.
It's clear no one wanted to see people sober.
We did 8 shows last week.
That's too many. It's overkill. I don't even want to see me that much.
But to those who stuck with us, JK Smirsh, TP Glover.
Yep. Montez showed up.
I think Montez was there for all 4.
We got Michael and WrestleMania who was there for night 2 the entire night. So we had a good showing. By the way, if any of those people would like to be a part of the run-in review, we can do one coming up, I guess, soon. Probably should have did one for WrestleMania, but then
I don't know. Montez can't be trusted.
Him or his cup.
I feel like we call Eric the wild card, but I feel like Montez could easily be the wild card. He turns on all 3 of us. He doesn't have one that he picks on.
Wait, no, he's never turned on me.
Never
turned. No one has ever turned on me. I was talking to Eric about this. I don't think I've ever received a negative comment in the chat.
It's just me and Eric.
Yeah. Like, they love me. And I agree with everything they say.
You wait. They will turn.
Yeah. They'll turn. They always turn. For God's sake. The fans turned on Hulk Hogan. Well, he had it coming.
So that is the end of today's show. We will be back tomorrow with AEW, which will be one of the first uncontested AEWs in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I think there should be more pressure on them to deliver now than having NXT around them.
Yes. Manny, I have a question.
What's that?
Ratings prediction. NXT. What you got?
I still think NXT. I think NXT is going to get 600 because people have forgotten it was going to Tuesdays. I think there's going to be a good few people. It may even get 500 for all I know. What do you mean NXT's on Tuesday?
Yeah. The fuck? I watch it after AEW. It comes on right after. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I thought it was AEW. You mean I've been watching NXT this whole time? But it's such a cool show. I thought this was the greatest. Oh, I really don't know what I'm looking at. I got 591, and a very disappointing view. Even after a takeover, I got people just being disappointed, just going like.
Well, it wasn't a necessarily good NXT. The only good thing about it was it was a B at best.
All the big stars seemed like took the night off.
Except Raquel.
Yeah, but they didn't have a match. Nobody had a real match. The biggest match on the card was probably Escobar and Kushida, followed by Leon Ruff and Swerve Scott. And then there's an 8-man tag, which doesn't get anybody excited about anything, to be honest. It's a tag. It's a tag. Let's be honest. Let's call it spade a spade. Tags don't draw.
Well, tell that to AEW, where we will get 15 tag matches tonight.
All of them
actually,
the
question.
same.
It may be a question for tomorrow, but AEW, ratings-wise, it should do better this tonight. It should crack 1 million.
Manny, I'm going with 800,000.
I'm going to be bold.
I think they get their low fan base, and then the people who watch NXT will just be like, all right, let's see what's going on. You're going bold.
I'm going bold. 1.2 mil.
Whoa! Wow, take, Manny.
So I'm going to go with the regular 700 they normally get.
Okay.
And then the NXT crowd turning on to watch it. Because end of the day, you still always want to see what the others are doing. And now that you don't have to flip between both, you can do it.
Manny, here's what I believe. I think they're going to do the same. Because I believe that the people who watch AEW are the people who watch AEW always to give them that ratings boost. And the people who watch NXT will DVR that shit and they'll watch it on the network like they always did. And they would not tune in because they would think, oh, NXT's not on? Maybe I'll go watch a sports show.
Okay, maybe 1.2 is a bit high. I'm going to go 900.
No, you went high. You went ham. You went like Raw ratings.
I'm gonna go. I'll go 900. I'll end on 900.
So wait, you went from there getting 1.2 million views to they're not making a million anymore.
You swayed me. You swayed me.
Oh wow.
Actually, no. Let's just say. I'll just say it. They'll make a mill. They'll make a mill.
I don't think they're getting a mill. Even with Mike Tyson and
Mike Tyson's coming back.
Yeah, even with Mike Tyson as a what you call.
Oh, a special guest enforcer.
I think they're only getting 800, and we'll see. I think it's gonna be a depressing week for wrestling fans of people who actually like good shows. You're like, NXT did shit, AEW did shit, Raw probably did 2 million people.
I think SmackDown's gonna deliver because they're turning the Roman stacking of pins into an angle.
Yeah.
Even though you can clearly see 4 shoulders being down.
Yeah. SmackDown is the new... People need to understand SmackDown's the new Raw, guys. If you want a special show, SmackDown's probably going to have all the returns, all the people in the videos. It's going to have Suge Knight, Snoop Dogg, whoever. It's going to be the real show. Raw is what it is. It is a B show. Raw is... Y'all need to start considering Raw to be Dark Elevation at this point.
So on that note, we're going to close out the show. We hope you enjoyed it. But in the end, we don't care.
I want the Tom Phillips cut of Raw. Give me the Tom Phillips cut. Somewhere he's doing commentary. Look at that guy booing hard in the Thunderdome. No one can hear him.
What I like is I could do this. Who cares? Nobody.
Did you create that graphic, by the way?
Huh?
Did you create that graphic of nobody? Because it's a really good graphic.
Well, I found the PNG somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I was hoping for the one on Raw where there was more grit to it because the one on Raw they had more black to it. But I think it's just the image of Charlotte where it's not really helping because it's very light behind it.
Okay. Yep. Very nice. Anyway, thank you people for watching. I'm probably going to sleep for the rest of the day until AEW come on.
Marcus, I was so tired yesterday. I'm so glad we did not do a show yesterday.
Yeah. Come on, let's always pull up our cancel card anytime, guys. We're always gonna have our get out of jail free cards. Manny, if you're ever too tired, just say we're shutting it down. All right, we're shutting the studio down. I'm always for it. Again, it's the Tuesday show. Fuck Monday Night Raw for making us try to even fight to do these shows. We work too damn hard for them to not put any effort in their damn show. To watch Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke fight Nia Jaxson, Shayna Baszler for the 1 millionth time, and this time they walk away. Ah, god damn it! That's what pisses me off about Raw the most. What if I had to work that night and I had to struggle to wake up and watch that Raw? I would have been so angry.
I've got to struggle whilst working to watch that Raw, and it's so difficult. Yeah.
How dare they?
Like, I may even start going the Eric route and not even make notes on it. I might just go down the Bleacher Report reviews.
Watch Raw.
Which I did look at. They graded the Karrion Kross promo. They gave it a D.
Damn, for devastating, right?
They weren't very happy about it. They felt that he should be seen as a top guy, but he just didn't give off that vibe in that promo.
I enjoyed this promo from him this week. That's it. You know, I think he's one of those guys that you either say, I dig this guy or I hate this guy. And I'm more of that. I don't want to see any of his matches. I want to see his girlfriend. Like the entrance. I think I like the gimmick in general. But I think there's just something else missing. And I don't know what it is. It's like when you get... It's like drinking a Coke Zero. Not a sponsor of ours. Probably never will be. So I'm going to ripple. It's like, you go like, oh,
they will never,
like
you know
Coke.
what?
And then you go, oh.
They will never be a sponsor of the show. Do you know why? Because I drink both Coke and Pepsi. Unless one of you want to pay me, I'm gonna drink both.
Manny, you're disgusting. All right, I'm the person that goes to the restaurant and they offer me when I go, can I get a Coke? I take Coke, and they're like, is Pepsi okay? And I hit the table and go, no, it's not. Okay, is it not okay?
Yeah, because do you know why? Do you know why? Because you're going into that restaurant expecting cocaine, but they're offering you Pepsi instead.
I was born in the 80s, okay? Whenever you go to a restaurant, people would just throw a pound of cocaine on your table, and you have a good night. You have a great night.
That's the real pound cake.
Everybody has knives, and you get to just get the knife and dip it to the cocaine, taste it, like cops used to do. What's my favorite cop trope ever?
No, that's dirty cops doing that. That's not real cops doing that.
No,
dirty cops doing that.
Hold on. Martin Riggs in Lethal Weapon tasted a lot of cocaine. Or
yeah, he did it like this. Like a real knife.
Yeah. He's like testing it out. Ooh, it's good. Like it was candy. Made me want cocaine, Manny. That's how good he made that look. Yeah. Let me go buy a knife. How do you eat cocaine? You get a knife.
Not even a spoon to light it up. Yeah. Knife.
You know,
take it raw.
Or the people, or the cops that just be like, let me get that. That's cocaine. Like it's just like, oh man, that's great cop work. I love it. Why can't we get those police back instead of these police that just murders people? The tasting cocaine cops.
No, the thing about those that I really loved was, do you know when they would grab it? And like, imagine if it was like this. He's holding $2 million worth of cocaine in his hand. Like, where are these units coming from? Where you know where you're getting the street value of cocaine like that?
That's about $2 million. And no, that's about $250,000 of cocaine. No, that's $1 million of cocaine right there. Now, if this was a heroin bag, it'd be about $2 million. Like, what the fuck? Why do you know this exactly? Who measured it? In cocaine class, who goes, all right, this much cocaine, wait, let's weigh it. Oh shit, that's $1 million.
It's got if it's got the brown tape on it, you know it's good.
Yeah, that's the good shit. That's the good shit.
Why have we started talking about this?
I don't know, but tune into our new show on the channel, Coke with Manny and Marcus. Well, we measure the value of bags of cocaine live on air. We also will taste various cocaines and talk about that's good shit. Because it's always good shit. Every time someone tastes cocaine, oh, that's good cocaine. That's pure cocaine. Every time they tasted it, it was good. No one's ever said, oh, that's trash. What the fuck?
No, but that goes to, do you know what? That goes for the exact same thing of, do you know when you go to a barbecue and someone goes, what do you marinate that in? Yeah. And someone tastes it, it's like, oh, this is some good chicken, da-da-da-da. What was it marinated? You tell them to marinate, it's like, oh, that's good. You don't ever get someone go, you don't ever get someone go, what was it marinated in? Piss?
What is that, ass water? What did you marinate this in? Did you smoke this in your toilet? What is this?
No one would ever say that. Which makes me think that the drug game is just as good as the barbecue game. I think I'm in the wrong business.
I think people are too complimentary of the drugs. That's why it needs me and you, Manny, to go hit the streets and find out what is really the good shit.
And you know what? We may not come. There may only be one episode because there may be two things. We may be caught in a gun crime because of it, or we get arrested.
It'd be like Dennis dive in and drives, but we're just junkies. Tie it off, Manny. Tie it off.
But we could make it wrestling. We could make it wrestling related. We could make it. We do the thing Ric Flair does when he comes out.
Hey. Also, I thought you were going to say we can add Marty Jannetty to it.
Oh, why not? I thought he was already part of the show.
Marcus, Manny, and Jannetty. Drug chasers. Dennis dive in and dives. Drugs edition.
Even if you mention drugs on this channel, Marty Jannetty gets a producer credit.
Executive producer Marty Jannetty.
He's the one that pre-tastes it before we get to it.
Manny, blow us up. Blow us up. We need to get out of this. Blow us up.
Talking about blow.